Let's get into those trending topics now. And there we are. First up, hashtag Kelly Khumalo. And of course, this to do with the Senzo Mayiwa trial and what dramatic events yesterday. The case has now been postponed again until Monday because Advocate Mshololo, who is the legal representative of accused number 5, had complained that she had only received a second docket that has come to light, which we know Advocate Tifo had made mention of previously. This second docket was only given to her yesterday morning, and she objected very strongly to that and the way in which all of that unfolded. So she mentioned and read into the record the fact that the second docket contained the names of, among others, Kelly Khumalo, Longwe Twala, Zandile Khumalo, Kelly's mother, and the other people who were in the house on the night of Senzo Mayiwa's killing. And she then also basically went on to question and said that she would approach the NPA to find out why it is that the 5 accused who are currently in the dock from the first docket or the second docket, because now it's like which docket is the first and which is the second, but she is going to approach the NPA to find out why the accused in the second docket were not charged and arrested. Why are they not in the dock as well?
Longwe Twala, I see, is also trending there, and that's, oh God, it's exactly the same story. So, I mean, that is the that's the issue that has been raised, and again, just putting yet another delay in all of this. But this is going to be a very interesting story to cover, because we're going to be having a conversation. I think, SK, you're going to be chatting to Gerrie Nel.
Yeah, Advocate Gerrie Nel will be speaking to us at around 8:35, just to unpack what exactly is going on here, because interesting questions I think that we all would like the answers to in terms of the 2 dockets. Which docket emerged first? What was the decision-making process behind deciding to charge and go with to trial only the accused in the first docket and not in the second docket? And which docket is the real one? Are they both real? All of those things. And we know that Gerrie Nel is on a watching brief on behalf of the family, at least parts of the Mayiwa family. So we'll speak to him later on in the show.
That is something you don't want to miss. You really don't. And I think we'll get a lot more clarity as to what is going on in this trial. But again, another delay. So studying those dockets, and it's set until Monday. So there's no Senzo Mayiwa trial that's happening today. All right, Hamilton Ndlovu. Now, Hamilton Ndlovu, very interesting character, and a character that, you know, we found out that on Tuesday he was ordered to pay back 158 million rand that he received through irregular PPE contracts. So he's a businessman, and the story is he's been blacklisted from doing any business with the state now, and a special tribunal has ordered him, as I say, to pay back that 158 million rand that he received through those contracts. The multi-million rand tender worth 172 million rand was awarded by the National Health Laboratory Services to Ndlovu and his associated company. So the SIU said that it would now auction luxury properties worth around about 32 million rand linked to Ndlovu. It's a big story, but Ndlovu saying he's going to consider his options after this loss. But that's really it. So people are now speaking to this, and we'll see what goes on from there. But yeah, dodgy PPE deals.
And I think one of the other things also on Hamilton and Ndlovu is people saying that this is proof that this country has money. It's just, where is that money going? Who is accessing? But it's not true that we don't have money in South Africa. And this is but one of many instances and cases that prove that.
Absolutely. All right, David Mabuza. So also Didi trending, the deputy president of the country, and he's basically saying, and you heard it in the law, in the news headlines, saying that law enforcement agencies must be allowed to investigate President Cyril Ramaphosa's Limpopo farm robbery. He doesn't agree that the president must step aside. They must be investigated, and they must find out what is going on. So that's Didi Mabuza, and people are talking to that. Anything else coming up from Didi?
Well, he was in Pali yesterday answering questions, so
indeed.
That as well.
All right, so that wraps it up. Let's look at the question of the day. I think we've got one to ask you, and this is, again, about the Miyiwa trial.
Indeed. So a second docket in the Senzo Miyiwa murder trial was disclosed to the High Court in Pretoria yesterday. And this, of course, forced the postponement of the case to Monday. What do you make of these latest developments? So also, again, your views at Morning Live SABC. It's been stop-start in this trial. It's been dramatic. I mean, you don't even need reality TV. You've got the Senzo Miyiwa trial.
Insane. All right.